I don't know why that seems to happen to me so often. Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm Nick, and this is DooM WAD Travelogue, the show where we say just because it's not a great idea to be going out right now, I moved this fan so it's not hitting the mic, that doesn't mean that we can't still explore new and interesting spaces. We'll just do it in the form of DooM WADs and level packs. Now, it's WADs Day, yes. So I'm gonna break it down for you. I'm gonna be real. I'd sit in this chair backwards, but then it would show the branding and no free brand on this stream, unless it is a sugary drink that comes in a can. Apparently, this uh, has been, and will continue to be a busy week for me. Um, if you're watching live, come back tomorrow night. We're doing a bonus stream with a bunch of folks. It's going to be great. If you're watching on the archive, that's probably also in the archive. Just look somewhere else. But so today, I'm not necessarily checking out something new. I'm going back to a WAD that we started a little while ago, the Japanese Community Project, which I remember having a great time with that, and just like it's good to know that, like, I basically don't touch these unless it's on stream with y'all. So I don't know exactly what we're walking into, but of what we had played of it last time, I remember having a pretty good time with them. So I figure let's just relax a little bit, check out a couple of these. I don't know if I can do a full-length show today. Luckily, we got started on time, so we should be able to. That being said, I'm going to not stress myself too much, and we'll play a little bit and see how it goes. Sound good to you? Sounds good to me. Let's get into it. Right, I forgot the Contra logo. Alright, so we're gonna load straight from Japan. And that's already wild to look at. What the heck is going on here? It's colorful. It feels like we're in a reactor. Okay, there's something over there. Okay, the floor lights are the same. There's something green down there. Right? Go! Do you like Kako? Yes, no. I do. Let me guess. Hi, buddy. Okay, so I can't get through that. Is that like a platformer going on over there? What the heck? Okay, Kako friend. Oh, now we're at the bottom of that tower, aren't we? Okay, so just a little mid-roll survey about Kakos. Here we go. Oh, gosh. What the? What the? He's hugging the flan on top of the ice cream. There's an apple, there's an orange slice, that's grapes, that's a banana. This is great. This is fantastic, actually. What the heckle? Alright. Whoa, whoa! I'm loving this. That's a really good use of heights and darkness and... Holy cow. Oh, that's real. Hey, little guy. What if you weren't anymore? There we go. Look at that! Oh, man! That's really good, making just like a little sliver that you walk over. Man, this is... See? I remembered having a great time with the Japanese pack last time. Nothing to do in here. Brick. A little bit of brick. I hear something terrible. Oof. Okay, good. Hey, what's up, dude? You prostrating yourself in front of the... This reminds me of going to church and all the candles you could light for, Yeah, this is a church, because here's the organ. Oh, he's playing the organ! Oh, it's a chorus. So, do I start blasting, or... Oh, here we go. Is this our... This is a different one I didn't even notice. This is a melon slice. Oh, hey. Oh, hey, hi. What does this do? Okay. Did something. Did that. Like, I'm definitely just, like, not sure what's going on, but I do love this. Now we're on... Oh, are we, like, refilling the bottom of this zone? Yeah, I had a feeling something like that was going to happen. Okay. I'm gonna go here. Okay, that was something. Oh, hello. Oh, that actually changed which ones it... Man. This is kind of elaborate. Alright, let me hit that. We're in the orange now? Yeah, we're in the... What's with the little face? I love it. Am I trapped in here? Okay, here we go. Ah! Hello! Bye! Okay... Really ominous that the lights turn off when you step into the spot. Okay, that's off, that's off. That's the little guy. That's a guy. Yep, right, I forgot. Uh-oh. Oh, there's one that's on. I just want to go in here. Oh! Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Okay. Oh, there's one that's still on. I'm assuming the plan is we just have to turn them all off and then an exit door will open. Right? That seems like a video gamey thing to do. Oh, actually Okay, actually that's really smart. The turning off is so that you get a better sense of which ones you have been to. That would be a bummer if you, like, went into it and then forgot to turn it off, but then the light turned off, but... Hey, there we go. Yes, okay, and now we're here. Man, this is actually like a cool idea that we have to, like, each color is a section. So now it's blue. So next, what I want to know, this has to be where we were asked about cacos, right? Has to be. That doesn't have to be, but who knows? Oh, there's something else over here. I wonder if that's going to be like the exit room. I never know when something that's like written into the maps is going to end up being a just a signature. Although I do like an interactive signature that you can walk around in. He's just looking at me. All right, I'll leave him alone. Can't go down there. Okay. Oh, we're in it. Okay. Door? Okay. Hey, guys. There's one. Ah. Oh! Take some of that. The good stuff. Okay. Alright, I think we're making our way down. Yeah, this, like I said, I remember last time playing the Japanese community pack, it was... Whoa! Whoa! Oh. Alright, so we learned a few things. Let's skip some steps. What is the green for? That brings us back here. Okay. Now we got to do this again. Like, which is kind of a bummer because this is a cool idea, but it is also like mostly tedium work. There's going to be another one. Knowing that I can trigger these manually as lifts is going to make this go a lot faster, though. Just like, what if I just go around? Oh, come on, let me in. Right, now here. And we're gonna go this way. And what did we learn from last time? There's gonna be these guys. Whoops. Actually, what am I doing? I want to not conserve ammo, but reach a ammo homeostasis, because I'm gonna kill them with what they drop. Yeah, it's not bad, and I guess if you know what you're doing, it's not that tedious because you can just knock it out. But I don't know. I am extremely sensitive to tedium, is what I've learned basically by doing this show. Alright, I'm going to save here. There's two more guys here. Got the armor. Got all this. And now this is where something happened. So like I'm looking at it, right? And you see how it is like a checkerboard? So I wonder if we need... Okay, so it's two different kinds of it's two different kinds of torches. So I bet you dropping onto the square with that torch is what's going to kill me. Those are evil torches. And that's like, I like that because that seems like a mean trap, but actually it's well telegraphed if you pay attention. Oh, hey. Wait, are we... Wait, how do we get from there to here? Okay, you know what? Whatever. Yep. Oh, that's a bunch of folks. But yeah, you want to talk about tedium? We can talk about, like... I really have a dislike for slaughter maps, because when the like prevailing strategy is like actually hide and let them take care of each other, then you're saying like, oh, the gameplay here is to not play. It's like, okay, sure, if you say so. Okay. I don't know what's coming on the other end now, so yellow? Yeah, alright, yellow. Oh, hey! Where'd you come from? And I guess red is going to be up there. We did... Okay, we did orange. We didn't do yellow. Specifics. Okay. Oh, boy! Wait. This is my not about to deal with you gun. We are in... Alright, we're in grapes. It's not even like whole slaughter maps that get to me. It's when you're in a map that's like otherwise really good, and then they decide, actually, this is going to be a slaughter map now, and it's just like, why? You had something good going. Did you like get nervous and then decide I need to do the thing that everybody else does? It's like, no, you were good, my guy. What was it? We were playing Finely Crafted Fetish Film, I think it was called. And like that one looked amazing, had really interesting like novel puzzles. And then, out of nowhere, it was just like, actually, we're a slaughter map now. And I'm just like, oh, come on. You and I had something good going. Whoa. Bye. In the yellow, this really feels like a beehive, a honeycomb, more than a... grapes. But it's still such a cool idea. Okay, so we haven't been sort of this way? No, we have. Well, okay, we haven't been behind this. I'm not really going to complain about like a switch hunt rally right now, because you know, like I was just saying, it could be way worse. This is at least giving us some downtime to look around and get used to the space, so I got no problem with that. Here we go. Let's save just in case, though. Okay. Again! Okay. Okay, for fighting like 4 of them, only taking 1 hit is really... That's really good for me, at least. Oh. Alright, and I guess it... See, that little bit, just like... Oh, is this like a puddle of dew or something? Is that why it's shaped like that? Because that's just a little bit of like, let's just put some color and some height difference there. Alright. Was it strictly necessary? I wouldn't say so, but... Oh, they just throwing folks at us now. This has also had a really good power ramp, I'd say, or difficulty ramp, because like, hey, yeah, we're back to it. Oh, and only the red is left. Oh, that's cool looking. This is really well, like, visually expressed the progress. But like when we first came back to this elevator, it was just throwing imps, and now it was throwing Revenant and a Baron. Oh, it's not what I thought. Giving you the map and then hiding a bunch of lines on the map is... Yeah, hi! Stop it! It was rude. I appreciate it, but it was rude. Oh. Just, walk through it. It's fine. Oh, walk through it into the apple. Hi. Spending way too many bullets on him. Land? Oh. There we go. Give me some of this. Not going to be switches. Yep. You need more rockets? Maybe that means I should have rockets out. Oh, that's kind of rude, actually. Like, handing you rockets to be like, maybe you should use rockets, and then spawning the Lost Souls, which are the most rush to get in your face and be in the zone where you shouldn't be using rockets enemy there is. That's... Like, they're not that hard on their own, right? They're just little guys. They're, like, more of an annoyance most of the time. But it's like, what if we made sure that they were, like, we just prepared you in the worst possible way for these guys? Like that's always been sort of the... Or like a thought, right? Is what do you want? How do you want to structure your power curve for the player? Do you want to just give them, straight stronger weapons as you go along, or do you want to give them like a handful of weapons immediately and then oh boy, what's out here now? Give them a handful of weapons immediately that aren't necessarily stronger than each other, but are like purpose-use weapons. Like, oh, you want to use this in close quarters, you want to use this for sniping, you want to use this for armored enemies, And we're back. Okay, good. I do like Kako. We've been here already. Oh, and then we finally go this way. Across the polka dots. Or are these the sprinkles? Because that definitely looks like strawberry and vanilla. Oh, that's good. Wait, did they color? Did they actually color the picture? Oh my gosh, they colored the picture. Oh, because I think you can look at this, I think you can set the auto map to show the floor textures, at which point, ooh, we should look at that for the sake of looking at that. Auto map options. Allow map to find colors. Yes. There it is. Yeah! They colored it! Oh, that's really good. Doing it like this gives away the secret areas. Oh, there's a whole secret area over there we missed. I don't know if yeah, we can go back to that. There's a whole blue area. There's the melon. There's the yellow grapes. Oh, it's not grapes! That is a bee on top, not a stem, so it is a beehive. Okay. So that means the pool at the bottom is honey dripping out. Okay, okay. These are way clearer with the colors. Yeah, I love the sprinkles on it. Oh, this is so good. This is so cool. I do want to go check out that green section, actually. This is kind of a problem with, what do you call it? With, like, the words. So I do like Kako. Oh, okay. So if I want to go, I want to. Oh, I think it was this way. Yeah, it was this way. We can't go back there. What's the name of the map? My fave. Oh, favorite flavors. Okay, so we're gonna go back in here. It's gonna teleport us here. Do you like Kako? And all right. Oh no! Green? Orange. Blue. Yellow. Red. I'm going in the order that we did these levels in. Blue? No. Green. Orange. Blue. Yellow. Red. Green? Orange. Blue. Yellow. Red. Wow! That's like some Indiana Jones stuff. With the how the name of God is spelled. Uh-oh. Hey! Touch. That was cool. That was cool. That was really cool, actually. Man, that was cool. See, this is what I'm saying. My brain's a little fried this week, so I don't have great commentary to give. Aside from, that was cool. Just, you don't see a lot of maps with bright, vivid colors like that. I like that it was also the gimmick of, you know, an automap picture. Like, it was art, and then it was also level. And I feel like they worked well in each other. It's not like the level suffered for being art, and the art didn't necessarily suffer for being level. Just very, very, very solid, very colorful. It did make the whole thing very abstract, but it was fun. I think that's the thing, is I don't have a lot to say about it because it was very abstracted, and I'm better at talking about how to make, like, realistic feeling, like when you have reality to compare it to, then you can make the comparisons. But when you're working in something like sort of abstracted like that, it's abstract. There's nothing really to compare it to. So either it's cool or it's not, or there are upsetting things or what have you. Oh, hey, let's go to magnetic force apparatus. A rocket launcher treats everyone in front of it equally. When you fire a rocket, even a tough man will die. However, in this world, there is an exception to this. You. That's a weird haiku. Oh, we in space. Oh, this is good space. Oh, man. I like this. I like this. Hey, Rixton. Rixton, you made it just in time. We're in space. All right. They dodged. Hello. Wait, are these... No, they're not fake switches. Oh gosh, that's already a lot of map. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be a lot. Okay. But you know what? I love Space Fortress. I love Space Fortress. I'm okay to hang out and... Whoa! I don't know why he exploded. I didn't fire a rocket. Oh, there are barrels around. I just had a terrible thought. What if I made the Among Us maps in Doom? What if I did that? Has anyone else done it yet? I sing it in the song so it can be true or not. What? Hi? Oh, hey, what's up? Like, I've always been a fan of, like, the floating island look, especially in when it was, like, on PS1 games, and it's like, well, we need to do that because we don't have the processing power to render a bunch of islands or, like, connected land, so it's just like, yep, floating zones. Perfect. Yellow key. Okay, we need a yellow key. Yellow key is up there. How do we drop this? Okay, okay. This is, like, very dense looking, you know? Like, like, these are actually, like, pretty straightforward pathways that wrap around each other, but because they're all open and you can see so much through them, like, it's... You're seeing layers and layers, and visually it makes it very busy and very, I'm feeling, like, a little overwhelmed by it, if I'm being honest. Blue key to do that. Do this. Yeah, that does that. Is there switches over here that I missed? Oh, okay, hang on. Okay, here we go. This is some stuff. Orange. Oh, okay. I backed up. Okay. This is a pretty nice fight arena, actually. Like, you start there, it's not dangerous immediately, but as soon as you, like, enter into it, it pops off. They do the thing where they start you sort of out of cover. There's no, you know, covering doorway, entry doorway for you to, like, slide back into for cover. But then a nice big area with a bunch of different cover things, it definitely reads as like, oh, this is some sort of, like, cargo bay because here's the boxes all over the place. Just these painted on the ground areas to denote, like, to denote zones, you know. You ever just want to denote a zone? Oh, they're already... You know what? Good. I was going to say, like, I'm not even a big Among Us fan, so somebody else would have had that idea sooner. Low detail? Oh, so we could, like, spruce it up? We could make a power version? Like, listen, if you don't make one where you have to go to all the different stations... And again, I've never played Among Us. But, like, it's about going to stations and doing tasks, right? Like, if you make a map where you don't have to go to every station to do a task, then what are you doing? Alright, so I hit a switch. And it's got the blue lines on it, so I betcha it dropped those pylons from before over there. And now we go straight through. No! Ah! Then what did that switch do? Ay vey. Didn't drop anything over here. Okay. That's actually kind of... Okay, so that big area up there, that is just the fight arena we went to. So it's not necessarily progress. We are jumping around. Oh, this way. You know, hidden behind this pillar. That's why would you block sight to that so thoroughly? Oh hey. Okay, I'm in space. If I step at all, yeah. Ooh. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, even if it was like just a Switch rally for an Among Us map, that'd be. I mean, like you can dress them up differently. Like, I bet most of those tasks, because like they're all mini games, right? I bet you could like mini game them into something simple like a Switch rally. All right, so I'm assuming I did something now because they really blocked the exit here. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. Still didn't drop. What did I miss? What's going on here? Nothing new over here. This is still this. Was I not done over there? That has still been hit. Do want to get... Listen, sometimes you see your YouTube thumbnail while you're running around, you know? Then here, over here, it's just space. And then back over here. Is there like a switch back here? No. But then when I went back to that, it was like totally empty. See, this can be one of the downsides of making something this... Oh, I got the key somewhere. Maybe it hid the blue key, here, this one. Oh, hey. Oh. That's not what I thought it was going to do. That's cool. This is, again, recontextualizing parts of the map that you already use. It's like, no, actually, it's this other thing now, too. It's like, oh, okay. Whoops. Oh. Yeah, I just did a loop that I didn't have to do. All right. Here we go. Yeah, I don't want to go out that way right now. Can I drop these? Yes. Oh, hey, what's up? Ow. Ouch. Time to do some cleanup. You know, I wonder. So, I guess it was 2 weeks ago. The Back for Blood beta. I played a bunch of that, and it's funny because I was not I was not a big fan, but let's be honest, I was not much of a fan at all of excuse me. Left 4 Dead. So I was actually surprised how much I like Back for Blood. Um, but it put me in a place where like I was playing that game. We did go back and play a little. All right, thanks. Um, I went back and I checked out some Left 4 Dead with some friends to see if maybe now I had a new appreciation for it because it had been about 7 years since I last played it according to my Steam playtime. Um, and now playing this today and talking about slaughter maps and hordes, and it's just like, you know, what is it that bad morning? Oh, like every morning. Oh, when we're on the bed, but we're somewhere else. All right, this is neat. Um, like just like horde games like that, right? Like I'm very sick of hey, whoops. I can do this. Uh like I'm very sick of games where the AI routine is like a bunch of dudes who run straight at you. At this point, that has just become in my brain like synonymous with like Unity acid flips, right? Like there are some fun games that do that, but like Devil Daggers, not interested in it. Atomic 89, 79, Atomic 69, that'd be nice. Um uh like they can be fine and they can be doing that and have their own gimmick, but honestly like if that's what your like if that's what your main enemy is, it's like, oh, they're all gonna rush at you and you just need to like, run backwards and shoot and make sure you're not running backwards into other ones. It's like I'm over it. It's not interesting to me anymore, and it's so not interesting that like it'll push me away from a game that has other interesting things in it. Um but like definitely Left 4 Dead. Back 4 Blood I think was getting away with it because there was enough in there um like you could play with like there was rarely big rushes. Like there was never any random big rushes. Like most of the time you're just sort of like going in and like if you have a silencer and you can like pop headshots from a distance, like you could actually like it was playing almost more like a stealth game with then, and there were like interesting set pieces, and then sometimes a set piece would cause a horde, but then they were spaced out and it wasn't all the time, and sometimes it's like, this isn't actually a defend yourself from the horde. This is actually a just like they're going to keep coming, just get to the next bit. Um, and it sort of like, yes, it was using the zombies with that sort of AI, but it was like not leaning on that specific use of the AI. A lot of times they were just like, actually no, like you're not dealing with this AI behavior all the time. There are a lot of ways to like circumvent it, or just they're going to be doing that, but you're focused on something else, and that was really I think that's what made me like Back 4 Blood way more than I ever liked Left 4 Dead. Um, but talking about it in Doom, right? Because whether it's slaughter maps or it's other just any map that decides that the way to increase difficulty is to increase um like enemy group size. Like it's already interesting that there's the infighting. Like that's interesting, and while I think that's sort of like I think slaughter maps where the idea is to rely on that en masse is sort of kind of lame. Um, I think there are ways to use it interestingly. Like there was I want to say there was like one map where it was just like there was like a couple of really big enemies and then mostly and then even more smaller enemies, and it wasn't necessarily that you were letting them like all eat each other and just sweep up at the end, but it was specifically like um the big enemies were going to wipe out the small enemies, but you were kind of fighting alongside the small enemies and against the big enemies. Like it was never sweep up whatever's left of the horde. It was like, hey, work together with the smaller horde that is going to be defeated, but is going to help you out. If you just lay off them, there's ways to make it a little more interesting than just hide and let whatever's going to happen. Um, but also like, the Pinkies rush towards you, the Lost Souls rush towards you, and everything else sort of like rushes to get into, line of sight of you. But that's because a lot of them have projectiles, so it's like they're gonna fire at you, and then maybe they're gonna mill around a bit. And it's like sometimes like milling around and like when it's a question of um they're trying to pathfind to you, and sometimes you can break line of sight and you can like make them lose track of you, and then there's like a little bit of like milling of like, okay, well, which way they're going to go. When you're doing that in a really sort of complex geometry level, and it's a question of like, okay, well, how what ways are they able to pathfind to me? Where can I find choke points? Like, look at the thing. I find that a lot of these games sort of make the mistake where it's like everybody's going to rush at you, but we've made it like a big open fight arena. Like you're gonna have this big battle, and it's like, no, you can do it in like a complex, like a tight complex area where then the interesting thing is like it almost becomes a puzzle at that point, where it's just like no, I'm never gonna be like swamped by these guys if I can find the right choke point or the right foothold or the right whatever. And you don't get that in an open arena. You get that in tight corridors and branching pathways, and you know, if you want to I don't know. It'd be kind of interesting if it was like a big room with pillars and a bunch of switches, and every switch you hit um started an enemy wave, but also raised a bunch of walls between the pillars to create like a maze, or at least, interesting different cover points. But then every switch you hit, when it started a wave, it changed which walls were up. So that way you would be in one room, but the layout of the room would keep changing, and the idea of like, okay, well, what is the best way to where? That's the question, is where the question of where is the best place in this room to deal with this wave changes with every wave and every button switch, so you have to like, it's the same puzzle of just like, okay, I need to like struggle until I find the good choke point or whatever, or figure out where I can kite these people into, the enemies into. That's a weird slip of the tongue. It tells you how I feel about people in general. But like, where can I kite the enemies? Uh, and then once you solved it, then it's just a little bit of cleanup. And just like getting to it. Like it's one of those ones where it's like oh, what am I thinking of? Maybe a little bit like Symphony of the Night. The thing that I always remember about Symphony of the Night is that it's not even Symphony of the Night, but I don't even know what game I'm thinking of when I say this, but I like platformer games where every new enemy is hard until you learn how to deal with it, right? So it's just like, oh, this guy, spews bullets all over here, but if you stand in this one spot, he can't reach you and you can just take him out, right? Or like, oh, this guy throws axes, but if you're, this close, then you can take him out. Or if you use this weapon, then it freezes him and it's easy. Or it's like, if you shoot off his arm first, then he loses his, like every, like the interesting enemies are the ones that have gimmicks and have, quote unquote solutions. So then it's like, and then where it's just like, oh, okay, so the first time you see this enemy, it feels like a boss or like a mini boss, and it's just like, okay, well, this is tough until I figure out the solution. And then once you figure out the solution, like having the knowledge of the solution to that enemy gives you the power to basically neutralize that enemy. It's like, oh, he's not a big deal anymore because now this time, instead of faffing about and testing things, I just go right for the weak point and handle him, and you just breeze by him next time you see them. And then they become like regular enemies where you see them all the time, and it's just like, okay, like, it's not a big deal because now you know what the secret is, what the solution is. And then you get into like, okay, well, let's combine it, and how many solutions do you need to remember, and, you know, maybe mix it up. Or it's like, okay, well, this guy's doing this, but now here's this other guy, and you know the solution to both, but like which one do you go for first? They're kind of covering each other, so how do you, you know, get around one to hit the weak point of the other, so that way you're left with only the one to clean up. And it goes back to this idea of making it puzzles to solve, because once you have the solution, you're done, just move on, then we're not worried about it anymore. Then that's when it becomes easy, and it becomes not like you can use it as filler, is once you know the solution. Also helps when when the solution isn't just they're a bullet sponge, so keep hitting them with bullets, because then, you know, that's where I get back into, like, I'm not a fan of tedium, because tedium is like disrespecting the player's time. It's just like, I know the solution. The solution is just hit him a lot, but that never gets faster. It never, you know, knowing that solution doesn't help you breeze through it. So that's why I've never been a fan of that. That's why I've never been a fan of, like, just big waves that you just have to work through. It's like, no, give me a secret. Give me a secret way to deal with this, and then we'll deal with it fast. And then, you know, like, knowing how to get through a level should let you go through it faster, or like knowing how to deal with an enemy should let you beat it faster than kind of just struggling with it. And if the secret to your enemy is that it's a bullet sponge, you're not really gonna get that reduction in ease and time and effort. It should reduce the effort needed to beat the enemy, knowing the solution to the enemy, you know? All right, let's get back to some game. Okay, here we go. Let's see here. Right. Bad morning. 1, 2. Oh, I think the whole point that I was getting to was that, like, even in DooM, they're, like, you know, people think of slaughter maps, people think of, like, oh yeah, no, big groups and hordes, and we're going to work our way through hordes. And it's like, no, like, maybe yes, but part of what makes that work better in DooM is that the enemies aren't just mindless run at you enemies generally. They will sort of mill, they will stop and shoot, sometimes they will like hit you and then run into cover, and they do more than just run straight at you. Which makes them more interesting and more difficult. Which is why, you know, to make a hard encounter, you don't need as many of them. You don't need, like, the ocean wave that you might need in, like, a zombie game. Where it's just like, well, to make this hard, we just need to put 10,000 on screen. And it's just like, well, what if you had a more interesting AI, and then you relied on, you know, at some point, having uninteresting AI, or AI that like complements each other and creates for a more complex combat situation. At some point, that's got to be maybe not easier, but like have better payoff than just how many more enemies can we squeeze into an area, you know? What was that game? Not Saints and Sinners. Why am I just hitting buttons randomly? Because I'm thinking. Lost Sanctity. The game with the bikes and the zombies were called freakers? Not bikes, motorcycle people. Bikers? whatever that game was. Like, their whole thing was just like, yeah, we're PS4 exclusive. Okay, those are gonna need keys. Is this painting anything? Is this a Muggus? This is probably going to be a return. But yeah, the whole point was they were just like, yeah, no, we're using the power of the PS4 to put 8 billion zombies on the screen. And I'm just like, all right, but what's interesting about it? You know, like, that's like cool technical prowess. Yeah, I can recognize that, but that does not spark joy, you know? Ooh. Oh no, they're hung on a cross. Alright. Hmm. There. But, what? Okay. I think I'm missing something. Door. Something. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I ever knew what my point with that whole spiel was gonna be, but the texture was off. But like, yeah, the idea of like, oh hey, weird. Oh hey. Oh hey. Boy, what is this whole map zone kind of about? Did he go down? Might have. Like, I feel like the people who approach Doom and like and are looking for slaughter maps are the kind of people who are treating this game like one of those games with the sort of simpler, more basic AI. When really I think that's underselling the strengths of Doom and Doom enemies and sort of the like combat scenarios you can build with it, right? Like, I'll say this again, but if you didn't, go and check out the episode of this that I did a couple of weeks ago with 10 levels with 10 monsters each, and it's just like, yeah, 10 monsters, exactly 10 monsters in each level, and they are super interesting levels, and there are parts that are easy and there are parts that are hard, and it is still making you know, difficulty curves out of it, and it's just like, yeah, no, like, very considered use of enemies with specific, you know, behavior patterns and abilities and all of that. You can do a lot with a little just by considering what it is. And I think that the people who look at it like, oh yeah, let's we need to make it harder, let's just add more. I think they are sort of like those elements are just going right over their head, and they're just missing out on one of the major appeals of Doom, and it's the toolkit which it brings to bear, you know? I feel like it's not even worth it to look at this map. This one is way more windy and complex, and that's not a way to go. Wait, did you just... Okay. Oh. So I saw it blast. Ah, okay. Nice bridge. You think it's gonna drop as soon as we're halfway across it? If I were a bridge in a Doom level, that's probably what I would do. Okay. Okay. Okay, it didn't. That's the most unnerving thing yet, is that it didn't drop halfway across into a trap. Huh. Oh, hey, a thing. So now I have a blue key. Does anyone have any idea? Oh, there was a switch? Okay, okay. So this is blue. Wait, it switched to locked when actually I just unlocked it. Well, things happen. So I guess this way? No, this is what I was looking out there. This is what opened this door. Is it? I don't think this is this dude's house. Because right over here, it kind of turns into like a facility. I wonder if this is broken to be like this as a like a warped in vent reality kind of situation. That's not a door. Where? There's a whole zone sort of over here. Okay, well... Oh! Okay. Alright, alright. I kind of like that. The little tucked in. I like that. Are we supposed to go through... that, maybe? Is that why that window is there? To show us that little alcove? No. So we go here. We did that, we did that. I don't think there's anything else really over here. Do I need to fall down? I doubt it. Well, is this... Okay, this is something. But not really anything. Okay, how about this one? That's the way back there. This is the way we came into this section. This is something secret, apparently? Oh, right. We came up here this way, so we kind of didn't... No, we did, because this was this, that's... Okay. I like the no-go. It's just like, no, this isn't really the way, but it is a zone. Okay. We hit this. I don't know what it did, but it's on already. Oh, right. I think that opened all of that, which let us get to the upstairs. Came through here. This is all... That's an easy secret. Oh! Okay. I'm a little stuck in here now. Alright. Yeah, now we're over here. Oh. This... I swear I tried this before. I tried this before, didn't I? Sure, alright. Like, a nice looking level. Definitely very well, like... Ow. Stop that. You know, well built, well detailed. And I'm feeling like pretty well thought out, at least like visually, in the sense of, oh, there are spaces and there are lights and just doing a lot with That's where I talk about another one that put a lot of effort in without, like, put in more effort than more effort than result gotten out of it, kind of. No. Okay, hop across these. Okay, good. That's something. Alright, I guess down that way. What? That guy gone. Okay, good. Ow! Alright, red key. Should I have hit that? Who knows? Hopefully this will be like a shortcut back. No, it goes somewhere else. Alright, well, I'm intrigued. Why are you wrong? Just, I guess that was just a missed texture alignment. Happens. Stuck on Saints and Sinners, but it wasn't Saints and Sinners. That was the Walking Dead VR game. Lost Days? Lost Survivor Days? Riders of the Lost? What am I... my whole brain is stuck because I couldn't think of that. I still can't think of that, I guess. 48 days later. I don't know. Like, there's a lot of, like, detail in this map, but it's also very messy. Like I was talking about the one with space, where because everything is, like, everything is, like, open walkways, you get lots of layers of stuff. This one is, you get lots of visual noise, but it's flat walls, so it's just like, okay, if there's switches or doorways or something here, I'm probably missing them just because it's visually noisy. That's, hey. Putting a door to make you go up and into a specific area, that's something. It feels like a hallway. This feels like the hallway into the longest hallway ever into a locker room. Something about these, like, grungy tiles. Okay, I guess we're doing something out here. Oh, and now we're oh, this map's also long. Oh, that's a kanji up there, isn't it? See, this isn't quite a slaughter map because they're not all open and able to rush towards me. A lot of them are actually stuck in place, more like turrets. And again, the interesting thing is that, like, I have to figure out the navigation. You know, it's like, okay, where is, like, there's enemies everywhere, but specifically, where are their sight lines? Because they're not all just going to rush at me, so there's, like, this. Because, like when it's, you know, rush at you AI, there's very much this understanding of, like, oh, I know what they're going to do. They're going to pathfind into, you know, whatever the closest line to me is, and if I'm moving backwards, I'll be able to kite it around and yada, yada, yada. But in a situation where things are, like, don't rush at you, or kind of, you know, stay in their own lane, as it were, like the way that these guys are, you know, putting them up on balconies like this, so that way they're more or less stuck in place. It's like, okay, well, now they have sight lines, and those sight lines are going to stay in place, but they're also going to be, like, the puzzle is, okay, where are those sight lines compared to the paths I can navigate? Where do they cross over? And how can I navigate around without falling into the trap of just dancing into those sight lines, you know? And, like, it's still a big... This is still, like, a big arena, and I'm having to work all the way around it for my own, just like, you know, to get to the exit or what have you. But it's not... But it's more interesting because the enemy placement is a facet of the level, and when you have enemies that all rush towards you and leave their station, then that's, you know, they are then sort of whoa! Alright, we got some... Hey, do I have one of these yet? Good. I just don't want to deal with these two. Oh, I got one of them. Nah, that guy had a bad day. Like, enemies who leave their placement immediately to rush at you are separating themselves from the level and are no longer a feature of the the level, and so it's almost like, hmm, it's almost like, you know, rushing enemies are kind of like flowing water in that they're always going to behave the same way, and they're going to kind of uniformly fill whatever shape container you put them in, you know? But they're also very understandable, and they behave very consistently in that way, as opposed to, it's like, it's hard to make a sculpture out of water, like out of just water. Like if you, you know, if you say, ah, yes, the vessel is a thing, but really it's the water that's the sculpture. Like, okay, maybe, but, you know, the way that you sculpt the water is you sculpt the vessel, is the thing that people need to understand. Like, you could put water in the shape of the Venus de Milo, it'll need to be in a Venus de Milo shaped container, and you can do interesting things with that. But at the same time, like, the water is always sort of like, you know, it flows, you know? And that's, to me, that's like the rushing enemy. It's just going to flow in, and it's going to behave the same way every time, and your experience is going to be kind of the same every time. And you can dress it up by changing the container, by changing the level that you... So, you know, the best ones that use this are the ones that have really interesting containers. So, you know, if you're going to use your zombie AI, you have to make a really interesting level, because that's going to be the interesting part. We've all seen water before. It's like the most basic thing. But if you want to get really into it, you can always freeze water into ice, and if you lock it into place, then you can give shape directly with the water. But it's just ice now. You have to sort of change your whole structure of how you're working with it. You have to make it you have to give it severe structure to be able to work with it and mold it into the interesting thing on its own, without needing to rely on the container, you know? I don't know if that's a great metaphor, but it's the one I've got. Now then, I hit a button, and what the heck did it do? Alright, I hear something scary over there. Right, I hit the button, and it lowered the thing, which got us the thing door. Let's go. Okay. Granted. Whoop. Oh, we are somewhere else now. Uh-oh. What have I done? Hey, we're finally up here. I was wondering how we were going to get up here. Is that just to get us back into the level so we can finish it however we want? Or we can scrape it for secrets? I don't know if you can tell, I'm not that interested in scraping this specific level for secrets. Alright, and then get back into bed. Yeah, no, that's how I like to finish things, too. Let's take a peek at what the next level looks like, but, that was a half hour all on its own. Yeah, I'm thinking I might actually want to call it now, if not soon. Soon, if not now. Just because, like I said, I still have more day left ahead of me. I have week left ahead of me. And I could use a little more time. GT Factory. I'm going to save here. I'm going to hit the switch. And let's just... Yeah, it's going to be another level. This one is much more less visually noisy, much more. I don't know if I want to say solid. Some stuff going on over here. What happens if we leave? Yeah, stuff going on in here. All right, one of those. I could say something about how flat walls around the outside of that are kind of I don't want to say the lazy way out, but it is sort of like the least involved solution, the simplest solution. Um, like I like um, I've really taken a shine to the maps who do this, but then do an extra level on top where they place like trees or whatever, so that way you're basically building a horizon to at least give the assumption, or not the assumption, like the illusion that there's more beyond it, instead of just like there's something to look at. Like there's a sheer wall that says this at the end, but then there's decoration and something to look at past it to be like, yeah, but there's more somewhere. Well, this is another space one, so. But this thing, if we're in space, I love the look of being in space and just, you know, the open edges because hey, it's space. I'm totally all right with that. Why would you? You know what? It's fine. You know, I think I am clearly not in the mood for more of this. Um, uh oh. Oh, hey, why? What happened to my everything? Well, luckily my hotkeys are still gonna work. Yeah, okay, my hotkeys are still gonna work. This is an interesting problem that seems to be going on. Um, anyway, hey folks, I'm gonna call it there for today. Um, we'll pick up with this some other time. Did we only get through like 3 or 4 maps today? Boy, I'm must be really out of it. I'm always out of it. Um, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time. And until then, get your vaccination. Just do it. There's no reason not to. Until you can, stay home as much as you can. If you do have to go out, wear your mask. Your mask protects others, and their mask protects you. Wash your hands. It's a good thing to be doing anyway. Learn to recognize the power dynamics of situations. Remember that the person or the source of the person saying something can tell you as much about its validity as what is said. I've been thinking about this a lot because I feel like my end here, like I think these are important messages, but I think I'm kind of weak at giving you something functional off of it. But like in recognizing power dynamics and then being able to tell the difference between the ones who are actually oppressed and the ones who are claiming to be oppressed, look at who is saying it, look at especially what they have to lose. If if they say it but they're really honestly safe in saying it, then odds are they're not being oppressed. The ones who are oppressed are the ones who are being put in danger by saying it, and like real danger, like threat to life and limb, threat to well-being, like active threats you have seen before. Not just saying, oh well, if I say this somebody could come after me. Could, that means they haven't. That means we haven't seen it happen. If we haven't seen it happen, then it's pure theory versus like, oh, here's somebody who said it and they got killed, and it's like, okay, well then they were right. So beware of the power dynamics, understand the validity of sources, remember that neutrality doesn't exist. Neutrality is siding with the oppressors. Lift the voices of those who are oppressed, and the rule that underlines the rest of these rules is take care of one another. I'll see you next time.